Hello guys, and here is your weekly dose of urban news. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update, and as always, a massive thanks to my awesome Patreon supporters and everyone else who keeps this going. This time I wanna start with a dose of real aesthetic pleasure. In the French city of Albi, recently they opened a new pedestrian and bicycle bridge over the Tarn River, and when I saw its photos, my first impression was just wow. This new bridge, designed by Ney and Partners, has a wavy shape and is attached to the pillars of an old railway viaduct built in 1866 and also known as the Casteviel Viaduct. Using the old bridge as a supporting structure saved a lot of money on the construction costs. The new bridge is 180 meters long and its width varies from 3.5 to 7 meters in the extensions that go inside the old viaduct's arches. This, as for me, resulted in a very cool interaction between the old and new, which emphasize each other's features. The old bridge looks even more solid, while the new one feels even more delicate and elegant. The benches were installed in the extensions where you can sit and admire the city's panorama, as well as get a close look at the bridge itself, which wasn't possible before. The new bridge has also obviously improved pedestrian connection between the neighborhoods on the opposite banks of Tarn River, the Old Town on the one hand and the Progressal on the other. In addition, it is much more pleasant to use as other city bridges are full of traffic and have very little space for pedestrians and cyclists. Construction has been underway since 2016 with a project budget of 5.5 million euros. The bridge is a part of a wider city's plan to reduce car traffic and encourage cycling. Meanwhile, the Swedish city of Varberg has launched a new 3.1-kilometer rail tunnel and a new train station on it. Varberg stands on the railway line connecting Gothenburg and Malmö, which are the second and third largest cities in the country, respectively, so traffic is very active here. However, until recently, this section in Varberg was one of the few single-track railways on the route and had about a dozen level crossings, which created inconvenience for residents and was a source of increased danger. So, to get rid of this bottleneck, the Swedish Railways built a two-track tunnel under the city center and a new station at the exit, replacing the old one close by. The new tunnel runs on a slightly straighter path, which should also speed up train traffic. Construction has been underway since 2019 and, if I understood the Wikipedia article correctly, cost about 400 million euros, and if this is true, that's a very reasonable price. Moving the railway underground will improve the city's connection to the sea, while removing the freight station will open up a new space for urban development on the seafront. As for the new station, designed by Jørn Hussen's studio, it is built 150 meters from the old one, has an area of 2,800 square meters and stands directly over the tracks, which are deepened by 10 meters from the street level. Inside there are shops, cafes and services for travelers, and the square in front of the station is decorated with a sculpture by Juri Markkula. Around the station there are stops for city and regional buses, as well as bicycle and car parking facilities. And somehow it coincided that at almost the same time a 3.3-kilometer tunnel was launched in the Spanish region of Asturias after 10 years of construction on the line between Gijon and La Viana, eliminating part of the surface line. This will reduce travel time and make trains more competitive with other modes of transportation, especially cars. Unfortunately, the news I found about this tells more not about the project itself, but lists which ministers rode the first train, so that's all I can tell you. The city of Berlin has ordered 270 Solaris Urbino 18 electric articulated buses in addition to the 50 units purchased at the end of 2023. In total, the agreement allows for the purchase of up to 700 electric articulated buses over 8 years. The vehicles are equipped with Solaris high-energy batteries and can be charged both from the sockets and through a pantograph. The new buses are to further electrify BVG's fleet and reduce local emissions. Meanwhile, the German railways set a speed record by accelerating the IC Villaro-Novo train on the Erfurt-Leipzig line to 405 km per hour.
Yay!
Deutsche Bahn officials noted that the new top speed confirms the capabilities of the infrastructure and demonstrates that long-term infrastructure investments are the basis for reliable, sustainable, and high-performance mobility and logistics. Currently, on regular services, trains in Germany travel at speeds of up to 300 km per hour, mostly on specially designed high-speed lines such as Berlin-Munich and Cologne-Frankfurt. Well, if this will help Deutsche Bahn finally solve its punctuality issues, I'm all for it. Chinese company CRRC has unveiled the first of 24 four-car trains for the Belo Horizonte metro. They are equipped with automatic train control systems, passenger information screens, and large windows. But actually, windows look quite ordinary, I would say. The first train is expected to be sent to Brazil for testing in September, ahead of the initial schedule planned for 2026. The new vehicles will replace some of the 900 series trains on Line 1, which were manufactured in the 1980s and don't have air conditioning. Incidentally, in October 2023, Metro BH signed a contract with Alstom to automate the existing Line 1 and the future Line 2. It will supply new signaling to support the system, as well as onboard equipment for the existing fleet and 24 new trains. Meanwhile, Chile has begun work on a feasibility study for a direct rail link between Santiago and Concepción. Concepción's agglomeration, with a population of about 1 million, is one of the largest in the country, but passenger trains from the capital don't reach it, stopping about 100 kilometers from there in the city of Gijon. In fact, it's possible to get there by rail, but it is necessary to take a detour via the unveils branch, which extends the route and makes rail transport less competitive. So the government is now planning to fix this situation, which will not only reduce travel time, but also contribute to the development of the country's south and its logistics, as there are many ports in the greater Concepción region. And that's all the news for this time. If anyone is interested, the links to the news sources are in the video description, as usual. So, thanks for watching and see you in the next video.